Welcome back to NC Bass, and today we're on Lake Norman. As you guys can see, it rained 4 inches last week, and the lake came up to where it should be. It's like almost 99 foot. Some of the other lakes in the top of the chain are over the lake lookouts over the dam right now, flooding. But you can see I like fishing in muddy water, but this might be a little too much for me even. But you can find largemouth. This should push the fish up shallow up here, the ones that didn't run from the mud, and it'll push them up on structure when it's muddy. And you can chunk and wind all day in muddy water. You just got the fish, and a lot less of just slow moving bait, because the fish got to be able to find the bait. But sometimes when it's real muddy and a cold front, it can shut these fish down. We got northeast winds today, like 5 to 7 miles per hour. And they say when winds out the east, fish bite the least. And in North Carolina, that's usually a post-frontal conditions. But we got another front coming in tomorrow. It's gonna be cloudy today. I might do something different. I think I'm gonna run way down lake and try to find clear water and just try to see if I can find a new good spot for the big bass tour in a couple of weeks. It's like 48 degrees right now, so it's not too cold. I haven't checked the water temperature yet. I hope it went up a little bit. It was warm yesterday, really windy. I missed the Tuesday tournament and it poured down rain, but I heard they were biting good. It was like 20-mile-per-hour winds. I'm sure they were biting if you could actually stand out here and stay in the wind. I guess the goal for today is for us to catch a 5-fish limit, 2 people. It should be possible. I mean, 5 keepers all over 14. It could be tough though, because kind of post frontal. These fish were probably feeding yesterday and the water's like 1 foot of visibility at the most. But I might, like I said, I might run down and try to find some clear water and new spots. Let's see how it goes. Well guys, right off the bat, jackhammer chatterbait, a little reddish color in it. Decent sized spot, first keeper. I mean, that was like his second cast. I don't even have my GoPro ready yet and he's already got one. I ain't made a cast yet. This thing you can throw on the bank and it'll crawl right over. That's what I like about it. I mean, it might not deflect as good as a square bill, but it doesn't get hung up even better than a square bill. I love this. Huh? On the left? Okay. There we go. There you go. They're in the mud, guys. I love muddy water. Let's go. I don't think he's even a keeper, but no, he's been caught recently, but it's usually a southwest spot. Red mouth, white. Nope, he ate it coming up. He's probably following it. 5 minutes, I got 2 fish, guys. A little rock collar 50, trying to fish shallow. This side's the money side though. Fish, right where he should have been, on the corners. If he's big or not. He was up there shallow. Good one. Got that glass rod, guys. It's like a good largemouth. I can't tell though. Big spot. God, don't grab the line. You're making me nervous. Big fat spot. I got him. You're making me nervous. Oh, not that big. He was fighting slow, but they're in the mud still, guys. I'm surprised. Red rock crawler. When it's muddy, I really like that solid red color, especially in the spring, guys. That translucent red works good when the water clears up, even if it's crystal clear in the spring. He was just hooked on top of the head, made him fight like he was. I just felt head shakes. Thought he was a largemouth. He wasn't really digging. But that's at least a 2-pound spot. He's real fat. This time of year, guys, they're fat. Catch them. This looks like it's hung up. Pop it off. Usually not in wood. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you got that one.
Right where they should be. I don't think he's that big. He's a keeper. A glass rod, guys. A Shimano XA is just cheap, and I really like it. You might not feel as great as you do on a graphite rod, but you will keep the fish pinned. He just lost one the same size. They're not on the corner really. They're on this flat right on the side where the wind was blowing yesterday, but not today. But they're still stacked up there. Water's real high. It's a long fish, good kayak fish, but he ain't very fat. He's probably a male. Nice. Big, good gracious. Oh, that's on chatterbait. God. Flipping them.
Yeah.
That's at least a 2 1/4, probably 2 1/2.
Boat flip everything.
Jackhammer. Keep throwing that thing, dude.
I know.
Man, that's a good one. Big spots. I'm surprised they're not largemouth. I'm hung up swim bait over here. Man, I need to get up. Fish. Did I miss him? No, he's tiny. Coming right at me. Finally. I wasn't getting nothing back here in McCray Creek. He was about to make a run down to the clear water. Now this fish just realized he was hooked. Should be the 5th keeper. These are big spots. I mean, he's not that big, but every spot we're catching is a keeper. Yes! We got 5 fish limit, guys. Found one in McCrary. First one back here. They're still in the mud. There's a couple of clear spots back here, but we didn't catch any in it. We've only been fishing a couple hours. Not even 2, really. We've been here like 1 hour and 45 minutes. We got 5 keepers. Can't beat that. Piece of wood right there. And I might as well put these spinning rods back in the damn box. Oh, fish. Finally, a small Norman special. There are still little bass in here. They're just not biting today, luckily. Oh, by the end of the day, I might need to put new hooks on this thing. Brand new rock crawler. I had one for about a year and broke the bill off on the bridge. That red's getting it done. Might try a square bill too, but they're eating a rock crawler, why not? I love this bait, guys. This thing will bounce off a rock so good. 4 to 8 foot, but I really fish it more like 3 to 6 foot. I mean, I'm making short casts. This thing's not getting down there really. Real good muddy water bait. It is silent, and a lot of times these fish, when it's not windy, it seems like when it's not windy, they want that silent bait. Sometimes they do want that rattle like a speed trap. I might pull it out and try it later. When it's cold, I like a round. There he is. 2 in a row. They don't feel big though. He's a keeper though, not big. I don't think it'll even help. Catching them this many on the crankbait, it's fun, guys. I love muddy water. Rising muddy water is my favorite time to fish. I thought post frontal it might be tough, but overcast days these fish will eat. They don't seem to be up on structure. I really tried throwing the jig. I don't know why, but he's probably 15-incher, but he's skinny. I don't think he'll help. He might, but another white fish in this muddy water. 2 bites in a row. Well, guys, midday update. We went way down lake to Governor's Island, and it's a whole different. We fished a couple of spots on the main lake right past Haggard Creek, and it was still really muddy, like 1 foot visibility. But as soon as you get around the bend, the water gets really clear. I'm talking it's like 4 or 5 foot visibility here. It's like a different lake down here. But we'll see if we can't catch anything in clear water. We know they're biting in the muddy water. So if we don't catch anything down here very long, we'll go back up to the muddy water. Might have to finesse fish down here with the swim bait, but hopefully we'll still bite a crankbait. There's a little bit more wind down here. Let's see how it goes. Oh. No, it ain't. No kidding. The ones in lava will change colors too. About the same. Just another keeper, a little bit fatter down here, it looks like. Fish. I don't think so. He hit it like a beast, but he's not. We went like 1.5 hours down there bottom in the lake, guys. Couldn't really make it happen. Now we're back where we're supposed to be. Oh, that's a good one. Might be a largemouth. Get the net. That'll help right there. Had to come back to the bridge, guys. Muddy water's where they're at. Woo! He's skinny though. He's probably 2.5. We got two that are 2.5. One that's like a little over 2 probably. We got to be close to a 10-pound limit right now. He slammed it. He's the first big one. They've been just barely hitting it. He wasn't fighting until he got a little closer. As you guys can see, he's been caught recently. So I would imagine he's a retread from some of the tournaments last weekend. Weighed in fish. I don't think they travel as far when it's muddy. I think that's why there's a lot of fish on this bridge. But nice one. Fish. Ooh. Feels like it.
Looks like it.
Right where he should have been. Guys, on this cranking setup, I'm using 12-pound fluoro, red label, a glass rod, medium action. That's why these fish fight so hard. He's not big at all. And a 6 3-to-1 Shimano Casitas. He's not that big. He might help a little bit. And the points on these bridges, guys. I love bridges. You got deep water in the middle, and there's always cold fronts. They want to be close to bridges. I mean, close to deep water. You got rock. They want to be on hard structure in the wintertime. And when it's sunny, these rocks will warm up real fast. And you constantly, there's bait back there. You see that? There's constantly bait coming through. So food comes to these fish. It's just all about timing though on bridges. And bridges get a lot of pressure, but you just got to hit it at the right time. I think he's going to help a little bit, but we're at probably like 11-pound limit right now, which isn't big. We need a kicker though. We have not caught a largemouth yet. He's fat, messed up mouth. On the chatterbait, I would assume it'd be big, but I guess not. Don't look like he's fighting very hard. Decent. Skinny as a rail. Ain't gonna help.
Yeah.
We've caught like 12 keepers today, guys. I'm losing count, but on the jackhammer. Five fish limit for 1064. Nothing big, but we'll take it. It was a decent day. Better. We wanted 5 fish limit, and we caught a bunch of small keepers, no giants. So we had a couple of 2.5 pounders. We just needed like a 4-pound kicker largemouth. Well, guys, we pretty much fished all day. It might have been a timing thing. I felt like down Lakewood the bite wasn't really good, but we really caught them here early in the morning. We come back, we caught a few more. The 150 bridge is definitely where they're at. And that red rock crawler, just like last February here, guys, I was catching them on the red rock crawler. Speed trap would work too, just something red. I mean, I feel like the silent bait worked better today, but I threw the speed trap a little bit. I threw the jig. I had one bite on the jig where it tore the trailer off, but I threw the jig a lot. I like throwing the jig in muddy water, but they wouldn't really bite it. They really wanted the crankbait. They weren't locked on the docks or nothing. They were in between the docks, mainly on main lake ripraps, where we called them. We went way down lake in the clear water where I don't have a lot of confidence down there, and that's probably one of the bad things. There's a lot of boats down there, so I think everybody in the CBC and the BFL are planning on going down in clear water, but there's definitely fish biting in the muddy water. Throw a crankbait. Water's high. We got another storm coming in tonight, so it's going to keep the water high for the tournaments. I know most of you guys are watching probably fishing a BFL or a CBC, but good luck to you guys on that. If you guys aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. We got a lot more videos coming, different lakes, bigger tournaments this year, so go ahead and hit the notification bell if you want to see that. And thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.